Yan, so magandang hapon sa ating lahat. I'm Rolly Conducto from AUCSE and welcome ating day 1 ng ating training sessions. So for today is meron tayong certain goals which is first to enlighten you about sa Google Classroom, sa live mock exams, and sa ating training sessions. So first things first is raise hand. Sino yung wala pa sa Google Classrooms here? Um, G-Class. So, ganito na lang. Please type G-Class if nasa Google Classroom na kayo. Tapos if wala pa, please raise your hand. Yan. So, nasa G-Class na si Ma'am Mariel. About the other people. Okay, very good. So, meron pang wala sa Google Classroom. Okay, so I'm gonna send, bago tayo mag-lesson, is dapat is nasa same page sa lahat, nakaka-relate kayo kung ano yung dinidiscuss kong locations ng paglalagay ng mga sagot and such. So, let me just open the Google Classrooms and sa links natin. So, wala pa sa Google Classroom, please give your email right now. Tapos sa iba, while waiting, ibam ko lang ulit yung assignment natin na dapat is nasagot na nating lahat. So, let me load this one. So, yan. So, while I'm adding people to Google Classroom, dapat is nakapagsagot na kayo sa assignment, which is, uh, ayan. So, this posted one na need ninyong i-timer yung sarili ninyo. Ayan. So, these 10 items, ito yung primary tuturo natin today sa numerical. So, please make sure na nakapagsagot na kayo dito. Just answer this 10. First is mag-open kayo ng timer. Tapos saka yung sasagutan. Pagtapos na kayo, is click ninyo yung off the timer. Tapos i-record niyo anong time ninyo. Okay? So, please comment your answers here. What's your answer and then kung anong time limit ninyo. Okay, habang ginagawa sa Google Class ng ibang people, ito muna yung gawin ninyo. Please make sure na lahat ng nandito sa Google Meet is nakapagsagot na dito. Okay, that's the post. Sagutan ninyo 10 items with timer kasi comment ninyo yung sagot and time ninyo. Okay, understood everyone? At sila gets na. Tapos bibigyan ko lang ng access yung mga wala pa sa Google Meet. Wala pa sa Google Meet. Gets ba? Hello?
Yes po.
Ayan, okay, sige. So, yung mga wala pa sa Google Classroom, please type your email habang nagsasagot ng people. So, bigyan natin kayo access sa Google Classroom. Tapos, pag nandito na tayong lahat, start na tayo sa lessons natin. And, dapat nakapagsagot tayo ng assignment. So, just comment dun sa Facebook post mismo yung picture, yung sagot ninyo, and yung timer ninyo. Oh. Sorry, mute pala ako. So, please type down if tapos na kayo dito sa assignment. If nakapag copy and copy to. If nakapag-paste na kayo ng comment niyo doon sa post mismo. Okay, I need you all to answer this one. Yeah, very good. So, antayin natin yung iba. And so we'll start in 60 seconds for our first topic. Okay, let's start. Good afternoon again. I'm Rolly Conducto from Ateneo de Manila University, one of the tutors of AUCSC tutorials. So before we go to our classes, I'm gonna give you a tour muna sa Google Classroom. Sino yung first time na umattend sa AU? Jason, sino yung first time lang umattend dito sa AU? Wala. Charot. Ayan, we have a lot of people na first time lang. So Google Classroom, meron tayong dalawa kaming binigay so far, which is yung sa Civil Service Mock Exams and yung sa numerical natin. So quick tour lang muna, tapos doon tayo mag-start. Ayan. And bago ako mag-discuss, sinong kaya mag-turn on ng camera? Can you turn on your camera? Gawa muna tayo ng ating first class picture para sa day number 1 natin. So yung kaya mag-turn on ng camera, smile muna tayo. Stop ko muna to. Ayan. Hi, Ma'am Chow.
Dapat nakatapat yung 3. Di ba sabi sa'yo, kung alin yung i-multiply mo, din mo itatapat. Kaya mali
diba?
ka.
Nag-aaral na agad siya.
Be, 6. 6. 6
Okay.
teacher.
Let me just...
Gumraduate sila.
Dami naman.
Tinatanong ako, okay.
Sorry po
Bigyan
kung
mo
madami.
bigay. Huwag ka magalit. Yan. Ay.
Ayan, ang dami. Okay lang, Ma'am Janessa. Okay lang. Dami po ba masyado, Ma'am? Okay, so let's smile. 3, 2, 1. Okay, loading. And isa pa. Let's smile again in 3, 2, 1. Ayan. Okay. So yan, sorry po Ma'am Janessa kung madami po masyado. Okay lang. Pero right now, tour ko muna kayo sa Google Classroom para familiar kayo. Saan natin ito-take yung mock exams, saan natin ito-take yung mini quizzes natin na pwedeng sa GC, sa page, or sa Google Classroom mismo natin. So let me just share again that presentation. Okay, Google Class lang naman to. Ayan. So para sa mga first-timers, probably na may excited kayo is pagdating sa CSE mock exams natin. Kasi for this one, and let me just share. Ayan. So first of the CSE mock exams is meron na tayong dalawang mock exams so far. Parehas naman siya na full CSE mock exams with certificates tayo. So Max 1.0, magkakasama na dyan numerical, verbal, analytical, and general information. Then Max 2.0, numerical, verbal, analytical, and general information. So sino dito yung mga first-timers lang mag-take ng civil service exam? You raise your hand. Yan. Para sa mga first-timers, para aware kayo is ang grading sa civil service exam is 30, 35, 35. If nabasa ninyo yung most recent post natin, this one, ang challenge kasi dyan is unfair. Hindi pala sa unfair. Unequal yung percentage per section. So it's gonna be 30, 35, 35. So nakalagay na din mismo sa CSE certificate na binibigay ng CSE, ang ginaya natin, 30% verbal, 35% analytical, 30% numerical, and 5% general information. Ngayon, ang challenge kasi is, paiba-iba yung number of items per exam. Like, for example, hindi siya, all we know is 150 items yung total CSE, pero magkakaiba yung distribution niya per section. Okay? If babalikan natin yung August last year. Ang August last year, ito yung number of items niya. Yan. This was for August last year. Na pagdating ng verbal is 30% over 40, analytical is over 45, numerical is over 50. Tala nito, 40, 45, 50. Almost ganito yung sa last August. Kaso last March, just this year, nag-iba siya ng sobra. Okay, ito nga 40, 45, 50. Pagdating ng last March, gano'ng kalaki yung pinagkaya ba niya? Ganito. Okay, let me scroll down sa ating new computations. Ayan. I know, not yet this one. The post na mas humirap ba? Kasi biglang nag-iba yung number of items. Let me just scroll down further. Ayan. Mas sumirap ba ang CSE ngayon? Kasi nag-iba siya. From 40, 45, 50, the verbal na dagdagan 45, analytical is 32 na lang, numerical bigla siya nag-jump to 65. And you know what's funny? Kasi even though bumaba yung number of items sa analytical, 35% pa rin siya. Ibig sabihin, mas malaki yung percentage na mahihigit sa pababa pag nagkamali ka ng 1 point. Okay? From 40, naging 32 na lang siya, so mas malaking bearing. Numerical, mas dumami items niya. Technically, percentage-wise, mas okay yun, pero sobrang daming math. Doon nahirapan yung iba. Okay, so yun yung challenge para sa mga first-timers. And even sa repeaters na din. Iba-iba yung number of items with the same percentage, 30, 35, 30. Kaya-iba yung number of items, so you don't really know kung saan ka dapat mag-focus kasi hindi mo alam kung nagbibigay ni civil service exam. And the best thing to talaga is ma-master mo all sections. That is the key. Okay, so any questions about that? Any questions? Ayan, okay. So if wala naman, ito yung ginagawa natin here. Sa live back exams, in-adjust natin siya. Number of items per section here is naka-adjust na dun sa binigay last March, which is 65 sa numerical, konti lang sa analytical, and then 45 sa verbal. Pero what if gano'n ulit yung bigay this August, di ba? In-adjust na natin siya. So baka yearly siya nagbabago. So if you want to take this, meron kaming live exams na schedule pa natin, depende sa availability ng mga people. But if you want to take it asynchronously, pwede din naman, dito naman na sila lahat. Okay? Any questions about sa live mock exams sa classroom?
Ayan po sir.
And kada pagkatapos na yan, magkakaroon kayo ng CSE certificate natin. Yung in-upload namin kanina, na natapos na namin lahat ng live mocks 1.0, nag-comment din kayo, most rather. Ayan, dito, magkakaroon kayo ng sarili-sariling CSE certificate. Kakompute namin siya. Ito kasi yung strength natin. Okay? Instead of randomly answering questions na, kailangan ka maka 80% over 150. That's false. That's a lie. Kasi what you need to have is 80% ng CSE at 80% ng 150 items. And to do that, magkaiba siya ng percentage at kakaiba ng number of items. So this is the best way to do it. Can you reach that 80% just to go and try the mock exams? Tapos kami yung magko-complete para sa inyo. Bibigyan namin kayo ng certificate after. Okay? So, ayan, we have 41%, 31%, 59%, 27%. So, medyo reality check talaga siya so far. And, sino dito hindi pa nakakakuha ng kahit anong certificate from EU? Raise your hands. Ayan, sige madami pa. So after review natin, bibigyan namin kayo ng chance to take the exam din mismo and makapakuha kayo ng certificate like this one. Okay? Any questions? Okay, punta tayo sa next classroom natin, which is sa numerical. Sa numerical naman, yan, naka-organize din dyan. Quizzes natin is nandito na. Puro quiz pa lang to kasi wala pa naman tayong lesson so far. So nakalagay na dyan, meron tayong math fundas, algebra, lilipat pa namin. So yan, nakagroup na yun dyan, math fundas, algebra, and other stuff. So bukod sa aralin natin sa Messenger, sa Gmail, isi-simplify natin lahat dito. Para if ever busy kayo sa class natin, sa schedule natin, pwede nyo siyang balikan ng mabilisan kasi Google Classroom na rin sila lahat. Okay, but ngayon ang mas important is, as some nag-review pa lang, umpisa pa lang mag-review, ito talaga, CSE mock exams. Kasi kailangan ninyong malaman, yung level ninyo right now, okay, per section natin, ano yung score ninyo, saan kayo banda mahina, gan pa kayo kalayo sa 80% or nasa 80% na ba kayo agad, kaya dapat ninyong malaman. So after next exam, I hope na ibigay ng mocks maybe tomorrow para mag-using tayo. We really need this reality check para natin kung saan tayo and paano tayo mag-review for the civil service exam. Is that good for everyone? Ready na ba kayong pumasa? Ready na ba kayong bumagsak? Charot na sa mga. Ready na ba kayong mag-aral for the CSE? Ayan. If ready na, I want to do a one final attendance check. Sa lahat na nandito, syempre may special perks yung mga kasama ng D1 compared sa mga DBC or tinatakad na po. Okay, so sa lahat ng dito, please comment here. Papasa ako sa CSE, tapos may surprise kami later. But I want to remember sino-sino yung pumasok ng day number 1 natin. Okay, please comment here sa post na papasa ako sa CSE. Just to remember this first ever training natin na kayo ay pumasok at lumaban. And so I'm gonna look for comments here. Let's start with our first lesson, which is, let's start with analytical kasi siya yung pinaka-complex, pinakamataas yung percentage. It's made up yung numerical for others, pero percentage-wise, pinakamalaking analytical, yet siya yung pinaka-unti yung items. So mas critical yung magkamali sa analytical. That's just reality. Okay, so please comment there. Tapos let's see and let's start with our first lesson. Lucid Spark. Okay, first, reading comprehension for verbal. Dito kayo mag-type sa post, not sa Gmeet link. Okay, type there sa post na yan para may souvenir tayo. Okay, so any questions? Seal chasings. Yeah, very good. I love those people na nagigets agad. So while loading, can you also type dito sa Gmail, ang ilang taking nyo ng CSE this August? Is it your first time, second time, third time? Pakilan niyo this August. Okay, so let's read. First time, second time, first time, first time, third time, second time. First. Okay, so let's just wait for the screen to load. Tapos turn na tayo sa ating first lessons analytical. Why aren't you loading? Yun. And let's see for this one. And let's see. Sa mga first timers, ano sa tingin ninyo yung strength ninyo? Numerical, analytical, or verbal? Sa tingin niyo malakas kayo? I think wait load ko lang yung tablet ko. Okay. That part. Yun. Verbal. Okay, so now let's begin. So for our first topic is hopefully ma-discuss natin lahat ngayon. Intro sa analytical, intro sa numerical, and introductions to verbal. So, nakapag-introduce na kami sa analytical last week or last time. I think that was last week. Sa finding patterns, kasi after yung live mga exams, nagkaroon kami ng discussions. So, dito yung pumasok dun sa last time na nag-discuss tayo about finding number patterns. Grace Hans, yung mga pasok last time. So, if hindi, don't worry. Uulitin ko naman siya kasi hindi natin natapos yung pag-describe dun sa steps na gagamitin natin. And since this is our official day 1, ulitin natin siya. But for now, let's start muna tayo sa simple topic which is syllogisms. Okay? Sino first time marinig yung word na syllogism? Sino first time marinig yung syllogisms? So syllogisms, part siya sa logical reasoning ng analytical na it's one of the, it's either deduction or syllogism. And ito kasi yung medyo maraming topics, pero pag pinagsama-sama na sila and sinabay na sa questions, medyo madali lang siya. You just really need to break down each of the words na ginagamit dito or maging madali na siya for the civil service exam. So last March is merong ibang questions dito na pumasok. Pero sinabi nga nila, mas mahirap daw yung iba kong binigay, but at least kahit mahirap yung nabigay ko, is na-process nila properly yung mahirap na questions na pagdating ng exam mismo is mas madali daw yung mga nandun. Madali na nilang nasagutan. Okay, so for our syllogism, this will be our first. Makaka-relate kayo for this one. Okay, questions like this is part ng logical reasoning under the syllogisms na topic. Okay, so for this one, all Lagunense love gatas ng Kalabaw is Angeli love gatas ng Kalabaw is Angeli Lagunense. Na for simple questions like this is kayang-kaya pa siyang i-drawing or gamitin na lang siya ng common sense. But for complex ones like this one, ano ba example natin ng medyo complex na? Yung nasa teaser natin kanina, sino yung sagot ng teaser natin kanina? I-upload yung nasa teaser kanina. So, let's lipat na lang here ang log ng isang word. So first, for simple questions like this, up to, yung medyo may hirap na like this one. Ayan, part siya ng syllogisms. Okay? Pero madadali lang na ganito, and then meron din mga ganito na mukha siyang mahirap, pero actually, kailangan mo lang silang i-breakdown. That is all under ng logical reasoning or syllogisms. Listen, sino dito yung maalam na mag-solve ng ganito? Yeah, very good. Maalam na ngayon. So, hindi pa. Kasi mali na iba. If at least, kaya siya ng common sense. But, kaya naman siya, if madali. Pero sa mga mahirap is, common sense plus certain rules para mag-guide kayo. Paano gamitin yung common sense? You just need guide paano nyo gagamitin yung common sense niyo. Kasi hindi naman siya kaya ng rules lang eh. It's rules plus common sense. So, aral natin dito, paano natin gagamitin yung rules na yon, yung common sense. Syempre, dapat mo-develop nyo sa inyo. Hindi ko kayo kayang bigyan ng common sense. Pero, kaya kong i-train yung common sense niyo by giving you more examples para mahasa siya, and then i-adapt natin yan. Common sense plus rules. Yun yung game natin dito. Okay, so for our first lesson, this is all about all. Okay, first is how do we draw all? It is important to draw, especially if beginner pa lang kayo. Because if you cannot draw, you cannot imagine. If you cannot imagine, you cannot use your common sense. Okay, ang all natin, this is my favorite phrase. Adjust natin yung favorite phrase ko. Ang bago natin favorite phrase for all is all birds have wings. First, this one single sentence, all birds have wings, hindi natin siyang i-drawing. Pag drawing tayo ng all, ibig sabihin nito, ito yung boss. Yun nasa dulo. Okay? Anong meaning nun? Ibig sabihin, magdodrawing tayo ng Venn diagram. Pag boss, mas malaki siyang circle. Ito si wings. Okay? Pag hindi siya boss, mas maliit siya na circle. Siya si birds. Anong meaning to? Ibig sabihin, all birds have wings. Lahat ng birds ay may wings. But since boss to, ang isa pang implication na hindi lang birds yung may wings. Okay? Pwede rin insects is meron din silang wings. Okay? When we draw this Venn diagram, ang important malaman na sino yung boss, sino yung under niya, si birds. When we say all birds have wings, this one, yung first na dinidescribe ng subject is under siya ng wings. Ano ibig sabihin ng common sensically? Birds is may wings siya. Pero hindi porket may wings is birds na siya. Kasi boss si wings eh. Marami pang under ni wings like insects, maybe bats. Ano pa bang may wings natin dyan? Aswang. Ibang aswang na may wings, di ba? The meaning ng all is ito. Kinakain nito, all birds have wings, under nito is malaki si wings. All birds have wings. Nasa dulo, siya yung boss na yan. Sabihin siya yung bigger circle. Wings, and then birds. Hindi mo siya pwedeng pagbalik na rin. Okay? Common sense din ng implication all birds have wings, but not all animals with wings are birds. Kasi meron pang ibang may wings like insects, bats. Siya yung pinakamasimpleng drawing niya. Okay? Any questions? If you have questions, you can chat or you can unmute. Okay, wala nung question? Heart react. Gets na tong part na to. Ayan. So yun, di ba, ang dali lang. All birds have wings. Hindi siya mababako. Laging all, laging kung anong nasa dulo, yung all na sentence, siya yung boss natin. Okay, hindi, never siyang mababako. That's it. That's the bigger sentence. And if we will be answering some questions like this one, okay, sagutan ulit natin yung all Lagunense. All Lagunense love gatas ng kalabaw. Di ba? From birds to wings, parang obvious naman kung paano siya i-drawing. Ito yung point ko. If birds to wings, obvious kung paano siya i-drawing. Wala nang rules. Pero if hindi siya ganun ka-obvious, like this one, hindi mo alam kung ano yung mas malaki, ano yung mas maliit. Kasi Lagunense gatas ng kalabaw. Parang hindi mo naman sila ma-determine agad, di ba? So that, dun papasok yung rules natin. Na, ito yung boss. Lagi ngayon nasa dulo. Okay? Dun papasok yung rules natin. Boss yung nasa dulo. So, all Lagunense love gatas ng kalabaw. Ibig sabihin, big boss si gatas ng kalabaw. Let's say gatas. Tapos nasa love nilang si Lagunense. Okay? Yun yung rule kung bakit hindi dapat common sense ang lagi. Kasi pag merong mga walang sense or ganito na mahirap gamitin ng common sense, mag-stick tayo sa rules. Okay? Babalikan natin yung common sense na phrases like this para malala yung rules. Once malala natin yung rules, is dapat talaga na siya, paano siya gamitin. Okay? So, all Lagunense love gatas ng kalabaw. Ito yung drawing niya. Angeli loves gatas ng kalabaw. Is Angeli Lagunense. Pag sinabi natin Angeli loves gatas ng kalabaw, saan natin lalagay si Angeli? Pwede siya dito. Kasi mahal niya si gatas ng kalabaw, right? Kaso, under yung gatas ng kalabaw, pwede rin dito si Angeli. Diba? Sinabi lang Angeli loves gatas ng kalabaw. At hindi siya dinatermine nasa loob ba siya ng Lagunense or nasa labas. Ano sa tingin nyo? Loob or labas? Anong tamang sagot kaya? Can you type? Loob or labas? Saan dapat si Angeli? Anong hula ninyo? Okay, labas. How about the other people? Sige, think. Saan dapat si Angeli? Sa loob or sa labas? You can think outside the box. Go, kung saan kayo masaya. Sige. On 30 more seconds. Okay, so the correct answer is walang tamang sagot. Loob or labas. There's no correct answer there. Kasi, pwede siya parehas. Pwede both. That's the correct answer. So when I said, think outside the box, forget na lang sinabi ko, hindi ganun. Sinabi ko pwede sa loob or sa labas, pwede naman sagot, pwede both eh. Kasi lahat naman sila, if nasa labas si Angeli, mahal niya yung gatas ng kalabaw. Kung nasa loob si Angeli, mahal niya pa rin yung gatas ng kalabaw. So in this case, pwede sila both. Okay? Hindi pwedeng nasa isang place lang. If pwede naman both. Diba? There are rules, but there are also common sense. Kaya nga, rules plus common sense. Common sensically, sinabi naman, gatas ng kalabaw. So it doesn't matter nasa loob siya, nasa labas, as long as sa ilalim siya ng gatas ng kalabaw. Ngayon, if pwede sila both, babalik tayo sa question, is Angeli Lagunense? Pagdating dito, sure bang Angeli is Lagunense? Hindi. Kasi merong isang case na nasa Lagunense si Angeli. Pero meron pang isang case na wala siya sa Lagunense. So the answer is cannot be determined. Okay? Pagdating dito, other review centers doesn't treat it like this, pero I want to teach it like this. Okay? Kailangan natin is fractions. Kasi sa iba, basta merong ibang pwedeng mapaglagyan, unsure na yan, bahala na kayo. Pero ako, gusto ko kasing i-determine ano yung lahat ng possible na pwedeng paglagyan para objectively masasagutin nyo if sure ba siyang nandito or unsure ba siya na nandito. Hindi pwedeng hula-hula or lagay-lagay lang. Okay? Pag fraction natin is probability. Again, if you don't want to do this, go ahead. But this is what I taught last March and naging effective naman siya. Fraction is equal to probability. Okay? Anong ibig sabihin ng probability? Pag probability, number of favorable over total number of outcomes. Sabihin, ilan yung pabor sa hinahanap natin, hindi lang yung possible outcomes. Pagdating dito is Angelina Lagunense. Ilan yung Lagunense dito sa cases natin? Isa. This one. Okay, ngayon, ilan yung Angeli sa cases natin? Isa and dalawa. Okay, if 1/2 lang yung chance na Lagunense, assured ba siyang Lagunense siya? Yes or no? Diba no? So, every time a fraction na makukuha natin, that is something na unsure or cannot be determined. But if magiging whole number to, either 0 or exactly 1, ito natin ma-assure na, okay, exactly, Lagunense si Angeli. Hindi siya Lagunense. Okay, but anytime na yung fraction is, magiging undetermined siya. Ba tayo sa fraction rules natin? So, dito, yes sir, kaya ko naman, so parang ang tagal. Bakit ka pa dadaanin sa ganyan? Obvious naman dito. Okay, so tinuturo ko siya kasi dito sa low-level questions, nakigets niyo pa paano nag-work yung rules para pagdating sa high-level questions, may apply niyo na yung rules. So once na-master niyo na siya, kayo na bahala. I-mental mo na ba ito automatically or mag-follow ka pa sa rules? My goal lang here is ipakita sa low-level questions paano nag-work yung rules ko para pagdating sa high-level questions, hindi kayo matameme. Kaya hindi pwedeng pag high level na saka ko palang i-start, ibigay itong rules na to. Siyempre, hindi nyo siya magigets agad. Pero dito, kaya nyo na siyang magets ng rules-wise and then common-sensically-wise para pagdating sa high level, kayo na bahala mag-decide kung anong gagamitin ninyo. Okay, is that good for everyone? Starts that's naman. Yeah. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Yeah, if ever you have any questions, you can unmute naman or raise your hand. Last round, done. Okay, number 2. So, all Lagunense love gatas ng kalabaw. Angeli say Lagunense. That's Angeli love gatas ng kalabaw. So, ibigyan ko kayo ng 1 minute to think and answer this one. Sige, try niyo sagutan this one. Okay, sige, try muna natin siya sa class. So, all Lagunense love gatas ng kalabaw. So, again, boss yung nasa dulo. Boss lagi ito. Okay? So, gatas ng kalabaw, siya pa rin yung mas malaki. Tapos, all Lagunense. So, ganun pa rin yung drawing actually. Same lang sila. Angeli is si Lagunense. Assured tayo na Lagunense si Angeli. Okay? That's Angeli love gatas ng kalabaw. Ngayon, sa Venn diagram wise, if Angeli is nasa loob ng gatas, ibig sabihin ng Venn diagram, lahat ng nasa loob nito is under niya. So, kinakain ng gatas si Angeli. Under ng gatas si Angeli. So, does Angeli love gatas ng kalabaw? Yes, assured yun. Kasi nasa loob siya ng gatas eh. Kahit nasa loob siya ng Laguna, eh yung Laguna is nasa loob ng gatas. Kasi nasa loob ka ng isang circle, under ka lang. Okay? That's the rule here. Kasi nasa loob ka, under ka nila. Okay? Any questions? Okay, wala. So let's level up ng konti. What if 3 statements na, charot, say, konting difference lang. So next type of problem tayo. So for this one, all quizzers are good at calculus. All people who are good at calculus are smart. Rolek is good at calculus, which is true. So let's try to draw it again. So, all quizzers are good at calculus. Pag sabihin ng all, bastong nasa dulo. Okay? So, we have calculus. Then we have quizzers. Then, nasa loob ng calculus yung quizzers. Okay? Ngayon, second statement natin. All people who are good at calculus are smart. So, meron ng bagong boss, smart. Itong calculus is nasa loob na siya ng bagong boss. Ibig sabihin, mas malaki yung smart. Okay? So, all people who are good at calculus are smart. Ganito na yung drawing niya. Boss is smart, nasa loob na si calculus. Pero base of first sentence, boss calculus, nasa loob na si quizzers. That's how we draw it. Okay? Any questions? So, ganito pala, sa pag-review natin, especially 2 months tayo, I would require everyone here to buy a notebook for the civil service exam. Why? Kasi if gagamit na kayo ng long pad, pagkasulat nyo tonight or today, bukas baka matapon nyo na yan. Okay? Walang super talino sa atin na pag inaral nyo ngayon hanggang August, tandaan nyo yan lahat. Medyo malabo yun. Pag inaral nyo siya ngayon, kaya ma-master nyo siya. But at some point in time, is kailangan nyo siyang balikan, especially pag nag-review na kayo. So, gusto ko is may notebook tayo at so nilalagay yung notes niya per class. Alright, if ever may same problem, manadali nyo na siyang balikan. Ang goal is may mapabalikan kaya. Okay? Is that good for everyone? So, hindi kang may notebook na right now. Raise your hands nga. Aba, wala. Charot. Okay, so I will require you to buy a notebook specifically for this one. And kayo na bahala. 3 notebooks ba? Isa sa numerical, isa verbal, isa sa analytical. Kasi mas prefer ko yan para mas magiging organized siya. Okay? So now, let's go back to this one. So quiz, calculus, and smart. Rolik is good at calculus. When we say Rolik is good at calculus, nandito siya. Under siya ng calculus. Okay, kasi pag nandito siya, pwede siya dito, pwede rin siya dito. Sa loob. Okay, sinabi lang, Rolik is good at calculus. So pwede siya dito, labas lang, o pwede rin siya dito. Diba? Gets nyo? Yung dalawa yung pwedeng paglagyan kay Rolik. Kasi ang assured lang is, nandyan siya sa loob. And gagawin natin siyang rule. Okay? If ever meron tayong rule na ganito, meron tayong tinatawag na arrow papasok. Arrow papasok rule. Whenever we say Rolik is good at calculus, itapat mo siya. This is sa calculus. Tapos lahat ng papasok na set is lalagyan mo rin siya. Kasi calculus and quiz. Ganun lang siya kasimple. Tulad ng kay Angeli kanina, di ba? Hindi natin assured kung nandito si Angeli sa labas lang or nandito siya sa loob. Pwede siya parehas. So the way to simplify it is ilagay mo sila sa lahat. Dito muna siya sa labas, tapos dito muna siya sa loob. Papasok. That's the rule. So dito rin, if Rolik is good at calculus, ilagay mo siya dito sa labas, good at calculus, and then ilagay mo siya sa loob. Kasi lahat sila is under ng calculus. Yung isa lang is nasa labas, yung isa lang is nasa loob. Is that understood? That's a rule, araw papasok. So pwede siyang magaling lang sa calculus, pero hindi siya quizzer. Pwede nun siyang magaling siya sa calculus and quizzer pa siya. Gets ba yung rule? Araw papasok rule? Hard sila gets naman. Ngayon, i-expand natin. Sir, may sense ba talaga yan? Tignan natin. Okay, mamaya natin sagutan. I-expand muna natin siya. Bakit kaya ganun? So we have our Venn diagram na. Copy natin yung Venn diagram. Yung rule pala. So if you're drawing ulit natin siya, diba, we will have ano yung big boss natin? Smart. And then calculus. And then quizzers. I'm gonna justify kung bakit siya nag-make sense. Okay? Kasi, alam mo yung quizzer, nalaban sa quizzers, right? Imagine niyo, sa loob ng isang classroom, ilan kaya dyan yung magaling sa calculus? Wala rin, 40 people. Wala rin. Ilan kaya sa 40 people yung magaling sa calculus? Type nyo nga, ilan sa 40 people yung magaling sa calculus? You have 40 students in a class. Ilan kaya dyan yung magaling sa calculus? Go, guys, type. Ilan sa tingin yung magaling sa calculus? We have 40 students. 10. Okay, sabi ni John Ira, 10. How about the others? Guys, participate. Hello. 10, 20. Okay, sige, let's say 20. Okay, so if you have 40 students in a class, 20 students is magaling sa calculus. pwede na, kalahati lang. Typical Pinoy classroom. 20 students lang yung magaling sa calc. Yan, 20 students. Kunyari magkakaroon ng quiz B. Ay, MTOP quiz B. Ilan lang yung slots para sa MTOP quiz B? 3. Okay? So, meron lang tayong 3 panlaban sa quiz B. Okay? If merong 40 students in a classroom, 20 dun sa students na hindi magaling sa calculus, pero 3 lang yung panlaban sa quiz B. Okay? So, pag sinabi na quizzer, balik natin, all quizzers are good at calculus. Basta quizzer ka, automatic, magaling ka sa calculus kasi hindi ka naman ilalaban if hindi ka magaling sa calculus, di ba? And then, lahat ng magaling sa calculus, of course, smart sila. All people who are good at calculus are smart. Hindi ka naman magiging matalino if hindi ka magiging magaling sa calculus if hindi ka smart. Right? That's it. Kita nyo? Nag-make sense, right? Ngayon, if Rolik is good at calculus, alin kaya siya dito? Dito lang si Rolik eh. Dito lang siya. Sure siyang good siya sa calculus. Kaso, ang tanong, pasok ba si Rolik dito sa tatatlong limited slots for the quizzer? That's unsure, right? Meron natin magaling siya sa calculus pero hindi natin alam kung quizzer ba siya. Kasi limited lang yung slots niya. Kaya pag drawing natin siya sa Venn diagram, Rolik is here. Yes, magaling siya sa calculus but hindi natin sure na pasok siya sa slots ng quizzer. So, lagyan natin ng isa pang R dito. So, pwede siyang quizzer, pwede rin siyang hindi. All we all know is, magaling siya sa calculus, nandito siya. Hindi natin sure kung nandito lang ba siya or nandito rin siya. Okay? Hindi natin madedetermine, hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na, wala, limited lang yung slots eh. Kasi possible na nandun siya. Kasi hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na, nandun siya. Kasi possible din na hindi. Kaya yun yung rule natin na rule papasok. Just draw it here, kasi pwedeng magaling lang siya sa calculus or pwede pa dun sa loob, pwedeng quizzer rin siya na magaling pa sa calculus. That's the reason behind the arrow papasok rule. That's just a very small guide para hindi nyo siya malimutan. Pero always remember why. Okay? All shortcuts, dapat alam niyo yung why. Kasi mamaya shortcut kayo ng shortcut, mali na pala yung magamit kayo sa shortcut eh. This is the reason why. Kasi si Rolik, pwede siyang magaling sa calculus, pero if tatatlo lang yung slot for the quizzer, pwedeng hindi siya pasok doon. Pero pwede rin siyang pasok doon. Hindi natin ma-determine. Kaya R dito sa labas, R dito sa loob. Magaling sa calculus, and pasok sa tatlong quizzer. Okay? Sink in. And hearts react. Gets niyo na siya. Yan. So, yeah. May ganyan. So, probability-wise, 3/4, 3/20 if assured siya na magaling siya sa calculus. Very good, Ma'am. So, ngayon, sasagutin na natin siya. Alin dito yung true? Rolik is a quizzer. Assured ba na quizzer si Rolik? Yes or no? False na, right? Kasi konti nga lang yung slot sa quizzer eh. Alam lang natin na magaling siya sa calculus. Diba nag-make sense? Next, Rolik is smart. Pagdating dito, quizzer si Rolik, malamang smart din siya. Right? Gets ba? Kaya pagdating sa Venn diagram, ganun siya, quizzer si Rolik, malamang smart din siya kasi nasa loob quizzer na siya. Kaya din yung rule na basta nasa loob ka ng isang circle, pasok ka na doon. Diba? Kita niyo yung linear na connection and kita niyo yung Venn diagram na connection. Rules are common sense. Magkadugtong lang sila. Linearly, if quizzer ka, automatically smart ka. Diba? Ngayon, sa Venn diagram, if quizzer ka, automatically smart ka. Gets? Sink in, hearts react, and Rolik is smart, it is true. Lastly, Rolik is a quizzer and smart. Hindi nga natin sure kung quizzer si Rolik eh. So, this is true, pero since may isang false, mali siya. Okay? Questions? Ngayon, if fractions-wise, ito kasi, kaya natin siyang sagutan ng common sense lang. But what if medyo mahirap nga? Kaya ituturo ko sa inyo, paano siya sagutan via the fractions. Rolik is a quizzer. Ilan yung quizzer dito? This one. Itong R sa loob. Okay? So, copy natin to and next slide natin para sa fractions-wise natin. Fractions-wise naman, ganun pa rin. Okay? Quizzer and or actually duplicate ko na lang. Copy and paste. Sige, dito na lang. So, if fractions naman siya, paano yung fractions, sir? Pag fractions, Nasaan si Queezer? Ito siya, oh. Diba? Ito lang siya. Itong R na to. Itong nasa loob. Siya lang yung Queezer dyan. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, sa favorable natin, 1 lang. Ilan yung possible na Rolik? 2. Isang R dito, isang R dito. Isang Queezer na Rolik, isang magaling lang sa calculus na Rolik. Kaya siya 1/2. Okay? Ngayon, if 1/2, diba? Ang sabi mo, sir, sabi mo pag 1/2, undetermined or uncertain. Diba? Pero if we're just talking about true or false, basta this one, false na siya. Okay? So it's just 1/2 true. 1/2 true is false. If ang hinahanap natin is true and false. Okay? Just remember that. If it's just 1/2 true, hindi siya 100% true. So false siya. Okay? So, piling second dito, kaya pa siyang gamitin ng common sense. Kailangan nyo rin matutunan paano basahin yung fractions. Kasi for complex ones, you need to learn how to read fractions. Okay? Rolik is smart. Ilan yung smart dyan? Diba? Ito siya. Drawing ko na sa kabila. Drawing ko na sa kabila para mabukod natin yung slide for the fractions. Kailangan matutunan nyo paano mag-solve via common sense and via fractions. So, drawing ulit natin siya dito. We have smart. We have calculus. And we have Queezer. Okay. Nang kanina, 40 students. Gamitin natin to. 40 students, 20 students. We have 40 students. Tapos, ay, red pa. Kailangan 40 students. Wait, gamitin natin same color. We have 40 students. Tapos, we have 20 students na magaling sa calculus. 20 students who loves calc. Magaling sa calculus rather. And then, tatatlo lang yung slots for na quizzers. 3 quizzers. Okay? So, basta quizzer ka, automatic smart ka na. Based sa Venn diagram natin. And dito, basta quizzer ka, automatic smart ka na. Okay, so Rolik is a quizzer. First is draft muna natin ito. Rolik is good at calculus. Rolik is good at calculus. So, dito sa calc. So, R dito and R din dito. So, pwede siyang magaling sa calculus, part siya ng 20 na students, o pwede na siyang part ng top 3, which is unsure. Rolik is a quizzer. Isa lang yung quizzer dyan, no? R. Ito is not a quizzer. If ganon, this will be 1/2. Okay? Magaling dyan, this is false. So we're only looking for the true. Pag sinabing true, that should be 100% true. So if hindi 100% true, pwede mo siyang categorize as false. Okay? Rolik is smart. This R and this R, under sila both ng smart. Kahit magaling lang si Rolik sa calculus or kahit quizzer pa siya, smart siya parehas. Yeah, 2/2. Gets ba yung common sense? And gets ko paano siya bilangin via Venn diagram? Hard to if gets naman. Ayan, very good. And then lastly, Rolik is quizzer and smart. False na nga itong isa eh. So true to. Pag ganun, false pa din siya. Okay? So every time we're looking for straight, what is true? Kung ano yung perfect, 2/2, ano yung whole number, siya lang yung true natin. Rolik is smart. That's how you answer via fractions. Any questions? And you can also answer via common sense, which is just locating them inside the Venn diagram or via common sense. Diba? Dapat alam niyo paano mag-common sense and paano mag-fractions. So there are givens na wala talagang sense. Okay? Ngayon, tatry natin yung mga givens na walang sense. Okay na ba lahat dito? Sige, explore pa tayo ng more. More about this one na kaya niya pang gamitan ng common sense. Sige, I'm gonna give you a chance naman to answer this one. Okay, let's give 2 minutes for this. Try to answer this, guys. Tapos, send your drawings sa GC. I want to see paano siya ina-approach. Until 4:11 p.m. Okay, please send to GC your drawings and answers. Okay, so let's answer. We have ECE. Okay, medyo may kakaiba yung sagot. Let's see kung anong tama. So, all quizzers are good at calculus. Ganun pa rin. All, so ito yung boss natin. C, good at calculus. So, boss, you good at calculus. Let's draw a big circle. Tapos good at calc. Tapos sa loob niya si quizzers. And then, all people who are good at calculus are smart. So, nasa loob ni smart, C, good at calculus. Let's draw it like this one. Okay, so calculus, quizzers, and smart. Ngayon, Rollick is smart. Okay, Rollick is smart. Dito lang ba siya? Rule natin, di ba? Araw papasok. Pwede siyang smart lang, pwede rin siyang smart and magaling sa calculus, and pwede rin siyang smart and magaling and quizzer pa siya. Okay? Common sensically. Bakit ganun, sir? Kasi pwede siyang smart, pero kunyari, magaling siya sa English. Di ba? Hindi naman porket smart is calculus lang. Pwede siyang smart, pero magaling siya sa English. Okay, kaya pag sinabing Rollick is smart, we cannot determine. Is he just magaling sa calculus or pwede rin siyang magaling sa English? Yung reason itong Venn diagram, it's not just mere drawing. It's to represent the different populations na pwedeng involved dun sa problem. Okay? Ayan, if smart siya, pwede rin siyang magaling sa calculus. So, may possibility. And if magaling siya sa calculus, isa pang possibility. Pwede siyang quizzer, pwede rin siyang hindi. Okay? Kaya yun yung importance ng rule ng araw papasok. To account for all the possible possibilities. Account all possibilities. Okay? Again, kaya ng common sense tong problem na to. Yes. At pag binigyan ko na kayo ng mahirap na problem, hindi na kayo ng common sense, you have to rely on these basic rules. Araw papasok, and then kung saan siya pwede, saan siya hindi. Different, multiple cases. Okay, please understand this. Is everyone good with that? Nagets niyo ba? Yung rule na araw papasok? Hard sila if gets na. Ayan. Ngayon, if Rollick smart, mayroong tatlong possible Rollick. Smart lang, smart and magaling sa calculus, smart and magaling sa calculus, and may slot dun sa limited quiz na yan. Okay. So, which is true. Dito pag masyadong madami, that's the best way to do a fraction. Rollick is a quizzer. Ilan yung quizzer dito? Isa lang. Ito lang siya, 1. Okay, so 1 over ilan yung possible Rollick? 1, 2, 3. Tatlong possible Rollick. Diba? Rollick is good at calculus. Ilan yung good sa calculus? Sa calculus, ibig sabihin, lahat ng nasa loob na to. Okay, so dalawa. 1, 2. Again, that's the importance of circle. Lahat ng nasa loob niya is pasok sa kanya. Pagdating ng good at calculus, dalawa. 2 over 3. Okay? Rollick is a quizzer and smart. So, pag ganitong dalawa, kailangan mo siyang i-hiwalay. Ilan yung quizzer? Quizzer is 1/3 lang. Ilan yung smart? Ilan yung smart? Tatlo. Okay? Kasi this is smart and then 1, 2, 3. Under na lahat ng yan. Kasi nga, smart naman talaga si Rollick eh. Hindi natin sure. Smart lang, smart and calc, smart and calc and quizzer. Kaya this is short. 3 over 3. Okay? Kaso, sinamahan ito eh. So Rollick is smart, yes, pero hindi naman assured na quizzer siya. So this is still false. Okay? Ito bang D and E? False ba siya? Yes. Kasi hindi naman 100% true eh. These are false. Okay? And G, Rollick is possibly a quizzer. Rollick is possibly a quizzer. Okay, ilan yung quizzer? 1/3. Tapos sinabi lang naman is possibly. Being possible, it's not assured. So, possibly plus this one is true. Okay? Kasi hindi niya kinlame na quizzer si Rollick. Sabi niya, is possibly quizzer si Rollick. Which is true. Possibly quizzer siya, pero not assured. It's just a possibility. Okay? Yes. Common sense wise, Rollick is possibly quizzer. Alam niya na. Hindi naman assured eh. Possible lang. So, tama na siya. Mathematically wise, if something is uncertain, possibly, might be, tapos pag sinuhan mo ng fractions, ibig sabihin, true siya. Okay? Kasi ina-acknowledge sila na it's just a possibility. Okay? Sink in. Gets ba? So, the correct answer is G. Okay, E is wrong kasi dalawa lang naman dyan yung magaling si Rollick sa calculus. F is wrong again kasi quizzer is not assured. Rollick is smart but hindi naman assured na quizzer siya. Okay, hard sila if gets na. It's amazing, right? Kala nyo kaya lang, Yes, yung iba kaya ng common sense, pero if masyado ng madaming ganito, that's when we use fractions to simplify our common sense. Di porket gamit ka ng fractions, goodbye na kay common sense. It's fractions is common sense plus rules. Siya yung embodiment nun. Okay, now, let's have one final example for this Rollick and Quizzer. Sige, yes, may questions ba? Sino may questions? Mga naka-recent, may questions pa kayo? Ayan, I think wala na. So for our last example, gawin ko ng 2 minutes for this one. Okay, so please answer this. Please naman tutunan ninyong bago. Please answer this one. Up until 4:20 p.m. Okay, wait lang. Screenshot ko lang to. And wait lang. Screenshot ko lang to, guys. Tapos balik ko sa question nito. Okay, go for this one. Okay, so let's answer. Let's try. So, can you please send your solution sa GC? Kasi, syempre, paano kayo matuturuan? Hindi ko naman nakita paano kayo nagsasolve, di ba? So, if pure common sense lang kayo, tignan natin sa next question if kaya niya pa yan. Kaya ako nga kaya tinuturo ka mag-drawing para sa harder problems is, you know how to use you know how to solve way beyond your common senses. Okay, so please send your solution sa GC para I can check saan ba kayo nahihirapan, saan kayo nalilito. Para matuturuan ko kayo. Okay? Para two-way yung communication natin. Hindi yung turo lang ako ng turo at hindi ko naman nakita paano kayo nag-approach. Alam pa rin nagsasend. Okay. Okay. Okay, I know mag-send. It's our last naman, but sige, let's proceed. So same drawing, all quizzers are good at calculus. So we have quizzers, then calculus. We have quizzers. Ito lang na quizzers for this time. Calculus na lang. We have calculus. We have quizzers. Then we have smart. Then they said, Rollick is a quizzer. Determined. Si Rollick isa siya dun sa 3 slots na pumasok sa quiz. Okay? Ang rule natin is papasok. Gaganon ba tayo? R. No. Kapag siya na yung nasa pinaka-inside, wala nang role papasok kasi nakapasok na tayo eh. Wala na to. If R na pinaka sa loob, siya na yun. Rolex is determined as a quizzer na magaling sa calculus and smart. Diba? Common sensically, if quizzer ka, automatically, magaling ka sa calculus and smart ka. Ngayon, sa Venn diagram, quizzer ka, nasa loob ka ni calculus and nasa loob ka din ni smart. That's how you read it in two sides. Okay? Ngayon, which is true. Rolex is good at calculus. Okay, magaling ba si Rolex sa calculus? Yes, kasi nasa loob siya nun eh. Oh. Fractions-wise, ilan yung magaling na Rolex sa calculus? Isa. This one. Ilan yung Rolex? Isa lang. Diba? 1/1 yung case. Diba? If titingnan sa Venn diagram, if wala na yung fraction, under siya ng calculus. So, dapat alam niyo siya kung paano basahin. Parehas. Okay? Next, Rolex is smart. Ilan yung Rolex na smart? Isa. Nasa loob siya nun eh. Ilan yung Rolex? Isa din. Okay? And again, basta ka quizzer ka, automatically smart ka na. Diba? Ngayon, nag-make sense na siya. So, the correct answer is J. Both are true. Any questions? Okay. So, based sa sinabi ng Roshilo, so tingnan natin na. Again, kayang-kaya nga siya ng common sense. But, please, tinuruan ko kayo mag-fraction kasi there are questions that common sense doesn't make sense. Okay? So, pakita niya sa next problem natin kung kakayanin niya pa rin siya. Talaga sa quizzer, he is smart, then letter J. Okay, makes sense. Ngayon, what if kakaibang questions naman? Let's see if kakayanin pa rin siya ng common sense. Let's use this one. Okay, I'm going to give you a minute to answer this one. Okay, all humans are red, all red are blue, and all blue are pink. If George is pink, he is a human. True or false? Okay, so 1 minute. Okay, what's the connection between George, pink, and human? Sige, nasa ng common sense dito sa problem na to? Kaya pa ba? Hindi na. Technically, kaya pa rin siyang imagine just for this one. Medyo kaya pa. But hindi na siya nag-make sense in real life, right? Yun yung questions na kailangan natin i-solve. Okay, so most niyo is A. Let's see. Let's draw. All humans are red. Okay? Pag sinabi natin all, edi ito yung boss. So you have red, and then lakayin natin ng konti. We have red, and we have humans. Right? So all humans are red. Red is the big boss. All red are blue. So lahat ng red is under ng blue. Lastly, all blue are pink. All blue are pink. Okay? Gets ba? All humans are red, all red are blue, and all blue are pink. That's how we draw it. The question asks, if George is pink, he is human. So George is pink. Assured na pink si George. But pink lang ba siya or pink siya na blue? Pink lang ba siya or pink siya na red? Pink lang ba siya or pink siya na human? Diba? Pagdating dito, the correct answer is C. Uncertain. We all know na George is pink, but if we use the rule na papasok, araw papasok, George can be pink only, George can be pink and blue, George can be pink and blue and red, and George can be pink and blue and red and human. Okay? So lahat kayo is mali. Okay? A pa more. Diba? Kaya nga, I need you to learn how to draw and to use fractions. So hindi naman lahat is kaya ng common sense. First question, parang bagsak na kayo eh. Diba? Yes, quizzers, real life and everything, kayang-kaya siya. Kaya kung nga tinuro yung fractions in this one, para mag-gets na siya. Nag-make sense pa yung rules and yung common sense. But if pinilit yung kaya ko naman ng common sense yan, hindi niya inintindi kanina, patay na, natong type yung problem. Diba? Wala na siya in real life. All you have to do is draw and use the rules kanina. Okay? So, hindi gumamit ng rules kanina. I'm sorry. Bye-bye. Kailangan na lang panoorin yung recordings. But from here, ganito na yung questions natin. Bibigay tayo ng questions na make sense in real life, but meron din kasi questions na wala in real life. For that, kailangan nyo gamitin is rules and fractions. This is a very easy question. Kita nyo? Nasa labas si Pink, nasa labas si George, tapos nasa loob si humans. Bakit true? Ang layo. Pwedeng pink and blue, pink and red, pink and human, pink, blue, red, and human. Okay? Gets ba yung rules natin and fractions and everything? Okay? So if George is a human, that is just 1 out of 4 possibility. Nasa loob na loob na loob na loob siya eh. Okay? Any questions? Go. Okay. So let's justify it one more time. Okay, just one more time. Ano ta? Bigyan example para ma-justify tong rules na to. Okay? Sink in kayo, tas if you have questions, go. So when we say, sige, mag-isip ako ng para sa, kasi ang daming hindi nasunod sa tinuro ko eh. Daming common sense lang eh. So, justify natin tong rule na to. Okay? Let me use this one.
Sir, wala ka pong audio.
Take 2. Okay, so ito, justify natin. Bakit ba did natin magets yung rules besides our common sense? So for complex problems like this one, and even with commonsensical problems, magiging guide pa rin natin siya. And justify lang natin yung rules natin. Okay, ito na yung justification, final justification ng rules na pinagsasabi ko kanina. Okay, then say, all bats can fly, edi natang drawing natin dyan. Kita natin siya. Okay, all bats can fly. Obviously naman, di ba? Basta bat ka, nakakalipad ka. Let's say, you're a bat. Ito na natin. If you're a bat, kaya mong lumipad automatically, di ba? But, lahat ba ng kayang lumipad is bats lang? Di ba hindi? Basta kayang lumipad, pwede siyang birds, pwede siyang insects, everything. So, all bats can fly, bossip fly. Ngayon, all creatures that can fly have wings. Okay? Basta may wings ka, kaya mong lumipad? No. If kaya mong lumipad, may wings ka. Okay? Basta yung difference dito ha. Basta pag sinabi natin ito, fly and wings, basta may wings ka, kaya mong lumipad. Is this true or false? Nga type kayo, is this true or false? Based on this drawing. Is this true or false? Guys, participate. True or false? Okay, false, false. Very good. Okay, nagagets nyo. Diba? Kasi bossy wings eh. So, hindi porket may wings ka, magpapa-under ka ng fly. Fly is under ng wings. Ang tamang basa dito is, basta you can fly, you have wings. Okay? Kasi bossy wings eh. Remember that, sino ang boss? So, this one is true. This one is false. So, bakit false yung one? Basta may wings ka, kaya mong lumipad. So, paano yung penguins? Diba? Yung flaps nila, or kahit manok, penguins or manok, may flaps sila, pwede mo consider as wings. May wings sila, pero hindi naman sila nakakalipad. Diba? Kaya hindi, fly is equal to wings. No. Fly is under ng wings. Wings is the boss, fly is this. Basta may wings ka, hindi assured din makakalipad ka. Just think of penguins and manoks. Basta nakakalipad ka, automatic may wings ka. Common sense plus rules. Okay? Next natin. All creatures with wings are animals. We have bigger circle, which is animals. Let's use this one. Animals. Okay? Nag-make sense kasi, yes, kasi sir, may animals na hindi naman with wings. Kunyari tayo, we're also animals, right? So, basta animals, hindi assured na may wings ka. Kasi, nasa ilalim mo lang naman si wings eh. Pwede kang maging tao. Okay? Pero if may wings ka, automatically animals ka. Wala naman silang ibang paglalagyan kundi sa animals. Nag-make sense yung boss rule natin? Thumbs up it gets. And then lastly, all animals live on Earth. Okay? All animals live on Earth. That's why, yun yung meaning ng boss, 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 boss. Okay? Siya yung boss, 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 boss natin. Kasi basta nandun ka, basta nasa Earth ka, animals ka. Sa animals ka, di porket animals kasi may wings ka. Basta may wings ka, animals ka, under ka nila. Common sense plus rules. And the question is, if I am an animal, which is the following is false. Okay? If I am an animal, kunwari, there's something na I. Okay? Pwede siyang animal lang na walang wings or pwede rin siyang animal na may wings. Hindi natin sure. Pwede rin siyang animal na nakakalipad or pwede siyang hindi nakakalipad. Ang alam lang natin is animal siya. Pwede siyang animal, pwede siyang maging bots kasi hindi natin sure if bots ba siya. Sa natin animal siya. Yun yung rule papasok. Okay? Yung rule, yun yung justification ng pagiging boss, and yung pagiging rule papasok. Papasok sa loob. Araw papasok sa loob. Okay? Gets ba? Two rules, two simple rules, kayang-kaya ng common sense. Once ma-master nyo siya, kayang-kaya nyo rin sagutin, even with the nonsensical questions like this one. Two simple rules. Arslakif, gets naman? Okay. Very good, right? So yun, justify natin for D number 1, how and why do we even need these rules if kaya naman ng common sense? So for complex questions like this, you just have to follow those rules again. And boom, madali na siya. Okay, so let's answer another non-common sense questions. Tapos tignan natin kung makakasunod na kayo. Okay, so answer this one. All humans are red, or rather blue, all blue or pink, if you're just blue, which is true. So I'm gonna give you 1 minute. Sige, 2 minutes. Try nyo isipin lahat yan. Until 4:36 p.m. Okay, now let's solve. Okay, all humans are red, all red are blue, and all blue are pink. So we have humans. All humans are red. Ganun pa rin yung drawing natin sa kanya. All humans are red. And then, wait lang. Let me just... Oh, yung circle pala dito. So we have humans amazed. Baka yung board na ginagamit ko. Naglalag lang siya kanina. Ayan. All humans are red. Oh, I guess that. Tapos, all red are blue. All red are blue. And all blue are pink. Okay, so huwag kayo mandilit to. Kahit nagmukha siyang circle, kaya ako rin ito tinuro. Para makita nyo na, it's not just about the circle. It's about the connections outside, inside, etc. All blue are pink. Okay, so if ganito, nasan si, if George is blue, nito si George. Right? Anong rule? Rule papasok. Okay, so George, George, George. Why? So pwede siyang blue lang na hindi red. Pwede siyang blue na red, o pwede siyang blue na red na humans. Ulit-ulit tayo ha. Dito tayo ha. Pwede siyang animals na walang wings or pwede siyang animals na wings na nalipad na bats. Okay? Always remember the why. Okay? George is blue, which is true. George is red. Ilan yung red dito? Isa, dalawa. Red ba to? Sir, human siya. Yes, kasi under siya ni red. Humans is under ni red. Binasa mo siya dito, all humans are red. Nag-make sense na all humans are red. Okay? Humans is under ni red. This is a Venn diagram. Right, so ibig sabihin, this will be 2 reds. So ilan yung George? 1, 2, 3. 2 over 3. Okay, next. George is a human. Nasaan si human? Ito lang siya. Ilan yung human? Isa lang. 1. Ilan yung possible George? 1, 2, 3. 1/3. Then lastly, George is pink. Nasaan si pink? This one. Right? Nasaan si George? Nandito siya. Pink ba si George? Sir, no. Kasi wala namang George dito eh. Naku po, i-kick out ko na kayo. George is nandito. Kasi itong tatlo na to, under sila ni Pink, di ba? Kahit walang G dito, ibig sabihin, walang Pink lang. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng George is under ni Pink, pero nandito siya sa tatlo. Blue are humans. Okay? Lahat sila is under ni Pink. Okay? Sabihin, this is 3 over 3. Hindi mo need ng G dito. Kasi ito na si Pink, oh. Ayan si Pink. Boss siya ng lahat. Kaya 3 over 3. Okay, the correct answer is G. So let's see, sino mga nag-G? G, G, ayan, very good. Di ba, nagigets na? It makes sense, right? So, that's it. That's the end for our all topic. Now, let's reflect. So, who wants to unmute? Ano sa tingin nyo? Is it good? Is it bad? Nagising ba kayo? I just want to hear honest thoughts about our first lesson so far sa analytical. Analytical pa lang tayo. Wants to share something. So, i-tape naman kayo lahat. Raise hands. Yung gustong mag-share. Yes. Go. Dorothy, Jennifer. Yan. First time mag-see. Very good. So, magkakaroon tayo ng quiz. Oh, quiz. Wait. Should we go to quiz? Or... Let's do... Sige, after yung classes, mag-release ako ng quiz. Tapos, doon natin siya is gagawin. Okay? Any final questions about this first topic natin? Okay, wala. So, sige, release ko naman yung quiz. Sige, invite ko muna kayo. Yeah, tama. So, invite ko muna kayo lahat sa Google Classroom natin for analytical. Tapos, doon natin ilalagay yung quiz natin. Okay? So, Google Classroom analytical. Sige, medyo mata. Pero may sa Google Classroom pinarelease yung quiz and I hope na masagatan niya siya. Okay? So now, let's proceed to... So yun, di ko sure. I think ako lang yung may ganung rules like boss, arrow, papasok. So if you're using other resources, kasi hindi ganun yung tawag nila. That's just how I do it. So try nyo na lang i-match if ever. But common sense din, make sense naman sila pare-parehas. Magkaiba lang kami ng tawag. Okay? So now, let's proceed to our next one. So, ayan, sige. So, since may nagtanong ulit, yes, this is recorded. Pero yun yung difference natin sa free trainings and paid trainings. Yung mga nagbayad talaga sa amin is magkakaroon sila na access sa recordings plus answer keys dun sa live mocks. Pero for the free trainings, is ito na. Tinuturo na namin kayo for free, but hindi niya makakuha yung copy ng recordings kasi doon na yung perks ng mga nagbayad talaga sa amin. Kasi we also get something in return. So, we want to help, but hindi naman kami charity here. Pinaghirapan din namin itong ituro and pag-aralan. So, if you want the recordings, is join the paid training sessions. Okay, so sige, share screen ko siya saglit para sa mga may questions about that. Tapos, free naman kasi talaga lahat. It's just, you need to separate para yung nagbayad talaga sa free people. So, this one. Just share screen. Kaya sabi ko mag-notebook kayo if you don't want to join the paid training. So, i-notebook niyo lahat. So, yun nga. If magkasagot kayo ng quiz, may likely maalala niyo na, nakalimutan ko tong part na to. Hindi niyo siya mababalikan. That's just the cons ng free training. But the rest is accessible naman for everyone. So, this is that picture. So, ayan, puro certificates tayo. Ayan, this one. So, hindi pa namin siya nilalabas. We still have, well, it's technically 900 pesos for June to July. Tapos natin 50% discount. But, gusto bang mag-enroll ng under pa rin ng 50% discount? 3 cents nga. Try namin. If ever may gusto, pwede namin siyang i-open ulit. Wala ba? Okay, wala. Okay, anyways, okay, let's move on if walang gusto sa inyo. Stop this one. Okay, ayan. So if no one wants to enroll sa paid trainings, lahat ng mga nag-enroll before, sila lang yung magkaka-access ng recordings natin for this afternoon. So next naman is, doon naman na yung tapos sa analytical natin. Punta tayo sa numerical part natin. So let's try to check yung assignment ninyo. Ayan. 17 na yung nagsagot. Ano ba yan? So, how to multiply? So, well, magtuturuan tayo ng long multiplications, the proper ones, and then the shortcuts. For this one, papatumpikan ko lang paano ba yung possible shortcuts dito. Okay? Kasi sa CSE, kaya naman talaga masolve lahat. As in, madali lang siya. Problem, kaya mo ba siyang masolve ng mabilis? That's the major question. Okay? So right now, what I will be teaching for this one is not applicable for everyone. Aminin natin, may hindi kayang makasunod mentally. Sa mga kayang makasunod is, yan, tuturuan ko kayo. Accommodate ka naman both yung magagaling and hindi. So for this one, hindi mo na teach yung mental math techniques. So try if kaya na siya, but if hindi, edi stick tayo sa normal ones. Just practice. Okay? So, let's start with this. So dito, paano ko ba siya minimental? Especially if nasa algebra ako. Okay? Like for example, itong 43 times 12. Like, kita mo nag-solve ka ng algebra. Kunyari, 43 times 12x is equal to, where's my magical? Let me just get something. Ayan, para magawa ko ng malapit ng mga given. Yan is equal to 1,032 or something. Yes, technically, kaya naman siya mag-cancel. So, kahit huwag na nga. So, pag nagaganto ka sa algebra, ay, hindi pa pala ako naka-share screen. Sorry. Ayan. Example, number 1. 43 times 12. Diba? Ang dami mo nang kino-compute dyan. Tapos magaganto ka pa. This is actually an easy given ba? Pero sayang kasi sa time, like 43 times 2, 86, tapos 43, tapos magiging 6, tapos 2, 1. Diba? Ang daming steps. Kaya nauubos ng time yung iba. unnecessary writings ng mga hindi naman na need i-write pa like this one. Okay? Isa siya sa mga dapat nating itama, especially if magaling naman kayo. Yung pattern is solved. When I have 43 times 12, what I'm gonna do here is simply mental computation. I-divide ko siya. 43 times 12 is equal to 43, ano siya, 430 plus 86. Okay? Pag sinulat ko na yan dyan, kita yan, same lang naman siya dito. Sinulat ko na yan dyan, hindi kaya na siya i-mental. Okay? 6, tapos 1, 516. Kita niyo gano'n ko siya kasimple sinulat compared sa dito na. Re-rewrite mo na yung problem, mag-carry over ka pa, saka mo siya makukuha magsagot. Okay? This is what I want to teach sa mga medyo magagaling na. How to mental math. It's not purely mental math, but how to lessen the steps ng sinusulat ninyo na wala naman na siyang sense. Kahit sulat mo siya, same lang naman siya sa mental. Okay? For sa mga multiply natin ng from 11 to 20-ish, pwede mo siyang i-write ng 43 times 12 is i-write mo siya ng 43. Yes, question from Jennifer? Question po ba? Ano napindot lang? Okay. So 43 times 12, pwede mo siyang i-write ng 43 times 10 plus 43 times 2. Okay? Yung 12 is ipaghiwalayin mo siya times 10 and times 2. So, parang dadami pa yung steps. Yes, dadami yung steps, pero para sa magagaling na, mas madaming steps, pero mas mabilis siyang gawin. Kita niyo kung ano yung difference nito? Ito? Just looks like a lot of steps kasi na-explain ko siya. And if mental math na, mabilis na siya. So, pagpaghiwalay mo to, kaya mo itong i-mental 43 times 10, 430. 43 times 2, kaya mo din siya i-mental 86. Ito ko na lang magsosolve pa. 6 plus 0, 6. 8 plus 3 is 11. Tapos plus 1 na lang mo, diba? 560. Mukha siyang mas maraming steps, pero mas kayang i-mental kasi siya. That's the point here. Okay? Any questions? So let's try number 13. Diba? 40 times 13. Pwede mo na siyang gawin 13 times 4 plus 0. Yes, pwede rin yun. But if hindi mo kaya mag-times 4, kaya ko siya. 26, 5, 20. Diba? Kaya ko mag-times 4. If yung kaya mag-times 4, isa-isahin mo lang. 40 times 10 is 400. 40 times 3 is 120. Diba? 40 times 10, 40 times 3. Kaya siya, 120. So 40 times 10, tapos 40 times 3. Ang dali lang, right? Compared sa 13 times 4. Anong mas madaling i-multiply dyan? Itong nasa right side or itong nasa kalwa? If talagang bagong graduate ka, madali lang to. Pero if hindi naman, di ba madali lang to? Times 10 saka times 3. Tapos saka mo sila i-add, 520. Yung isang pakita sa inyo, there are a lot of ways how to approach math. It's not just straight as it is. Papakita ko sa inyo yung ibang mga possible like this one. Gets ba? So this one, parang last year, mas daming steps. No? So kayang mental. 13 times 14, mamamali pa kayong iba dyan eh. Pero times 10, times 3, ano mamamali dyan? Diba? Easy. Right. Easy. Next. So, hindi forget sa analytical. Sobrang sungit ka, madaming shit. But, yun lang talaga. May topics like this na chill mode lang tayo kasi nahanap natin yung mas madadaling way how to multiply. Okay? So now, let's try number 4. 75 times 14. Parang imposible ng mental, diba? Wow! Magic. Pero kayang-kaya. Pag-iwalayin mo ulit, 75 times 10, 750. Diba? 75 times 4, isa-isain mo. 75 times 2 muna, 150, tapos times 2 again, 300. Diba? 75 times 2, 150 times 2, 300. Kaya mo bang i-mental to? 750 plus 300. Aba, syempre po. Anong sagot dito? 1,050. O, diba? Ang dali lang. Amazing. Diba? Parang hindi kayang i-mental to. Wow. Magic. Sino naniniwalang magic to? Raise your hands. Amazing, right? I want to teach, okay, how to be fun lang sa mathematics. Mathematics is stressful, yes, but kaya natin siya enjoy. Okay, yun yung gusto kong turo sa inyo. How to do mental maths nang hindi siya pure mental, but with lesser, so hindi siya lesser steps kasi more steps siya technically, pero quicker time. Okay, less or quicker time, whatever you want, but that's just it. Okay, and then last, sige nga, kayo nga, sa number 5, 84 times 15. Go, what's the answer? Pwede nyo siyang isulat or what? 84 times 15 for number 5. Hirapan ng iba dyan. So, meron pang isang dapat na lang technique, how to multiply by 5. 84 times 15, 840. Plus, what is 84 times 5? Okay, pag times 5, kailangan mo na siyang i-divide sa 2. Okay, 84 divided by 2 is 42. Tapos lagyan mo siya ng 0. Okay, paano yun? Kasi ang times 5 is equal to times 10 over 2. Kaya if 84 times 5, okay, wait. Ito times 5, 5 is equal to 10 over 2. Diba? Kaya if 84 times 5, pwede mo siyang ilagay as 84 times 10 over 2. Tunahin mo to, 84 divided by 2 is 42, tapos times 10 na din siya. So 84 times 5 is simply 84 times 10, tapos 84 divided by 2 is 42 plus 0. Diba? Play around. Yan, kaya mo na siya mental. Right? 1 to 60. See? Wow. Magic. Okay. Any questions? Yeah. Okay. So, now unfortunately, it's already 4:53. That yung end ng day 1 natin. Ang major topic natin is this one. Okay? Kailangan nyo yung matutunan. Tapos second, i-introduce ko na ano ba yung goal natin for the mental maths. Okay, kaya yung tuturo ko sa next day natin. Para pa natin gagamitin yung ibang ganito. But, ito muna. May quiz tayo ng malapit for this one. May maging approach natin. How do we do it? Baka isipin nyo, puro long way tinuturo ko. I will teach you the long way kasi alam sagutin yung difficult problems. So, we will also teach you shortcuts and quick maths like this one kasi important siya. Okay, tuturo namin both yung long and yung shortcuts kasi you need to be able to decide on your own. Kaya gagamitin yung long, gagamitin yung shortcut. That's the goal here in AUCSE. Okay, any questions? Okay. Thoughts, questions? Welcome to EU. Yeah. So again, okay, so again, the recording will be uploaded sa drive later for those na nasa paid training sessions, and quiz is ilalabas namin sa page and sa Google Classrooms natin. Okay, any questions about sa quiz, Google Classroom? Ayan. So for those, may nag-ask about sino interested sa paid training sessions? Can you raise your hand? Ayan, okay. So discuss ko na nga ulit. Well, kausap ko si Celine. Tapos, if maraming gusto ng type 50%. Can you type this one, 50% off if you want to enroll pa rin under the, technically it's early bird, kahit hindi na siya early bird. So we will be considerate naman if maraming may gusto. Okay, please type 50% off if you want to enroll under the 50% off something. Alright, that shit again. Yeah, this one. Yeah. So this is our offer right now. Save natin ito. So yeah, so our offer currently will be sa mga gustong humabol, they can either avail ng. So this is our main training sessions for everything verbal, numerical, etc., etc., etc. The mode will be Google Meet, Google Classrooms, and GCs and everything. Tapos you can avail the 51st. Ayaw yung kumana. So you can avail the 50% off or 450 or 50 pesos until Friday at 11:59 p.m. Okay, if you want to enroll under 50% off, up until Friday na 11:59 p.m. Or you can do and method 1 is this one or installment. You can also use installment na you can just pay 200 pesos initially tapos pay the rest ng full ko po. Oh, wala naman pala choice. Yeah, pay the rest ng 700 pesos, no? Or actually, wait, if i-adjust ko na lang siya. Yeah, bigyan ko na lang kayo lahat ng magical discounts. Imbes na 450, gawin na lang natin siyang gawa tayong bagong poster. Well, most naman na enrolled sa amin is under ng discount lang din. So 400 na lang, 50% off 400 until 11:59. Tapos if you want ng installment is pay gawin natin siyang 600. Pay 200 first, tapos 600 later. Okay, so siya. Either get the 50% off right now, 800 pesos na lang yung full natin until tomorrow. Or if you can't afford that, hindi pay 200 muna, tapos babayaran niya pa rin yung full na 600. So ito, hindi kalahati na lang talaga siya. 400 na lang talaga. But if you want the installment, 800 pa rin yung babayaran ninyo. Okay, yun lang yung offer namin, both until 11:59 tomorrow. So, is that good for everyone? Ayan, sige. Any more questions? Sakto 4:59. Sige, meron isang bagong poster mamaya. Gawin natin 400, I think 800 then instead of 800. That's it for our day 1. Ano po schedule? It's gonna be, syempre, most of us is trabaho. So, most is night time, 7 p.m. onwards. Yun nga, magkikidepende din tayo sa people, but we will not have daytimes ng weekdays kasi yung mga trabaho mostly. So, it's usually 7 p.m. onwards. Ganun yung status quo natin. So now for our ending attendance check, let's do. We're not offering any books, sir. We're just review centering talaga. Wala pa kaming release ng books or something. Okay, so if tapos na kaya for day 1, in this Facebook post, please type, I survived day 1. Okay, in this post, I want to see sino-sino yung mga kasama natin for today na nakasurvive. Please type, I survived day 1. And go. And then let's see, a few seconds. Let's take. Ayan, reading comprehension na naman tayo. Just click dun sa Facebook link, please. Once dun kayo mag-comment. I survived day 1. Dito, I want to see you guys here. Again, dito kayo mag-comment para nakita ng buong mundo na na-survive niyo yung day 1 ng ABCSD. Ayan. Okay, tapos let's take a class picture. Tapos, wala mo nang alas, double check natin ako sa Google Classroom natin. So, smile. Sige, na makakapag-open ng cameras, let's smile. Let's double check tayo na access sa Google Classrooms natin. Okay, yan, very good. Let's smile. 3. Yan. 3, 2, 1. Wait, smile. Okay, one more. And ayan. So yan, double check tayo. Sino yung nasa Google Classrooms na? Sino yung wala pa? Sino wala pa sa Google Classroom? Ay, hindi. Wala pa pala kayong lahat sa analytical. Sige, bigyan ko kayo lahat ng access sa analytical na Google Classroom. So, wait, sige. Sino yung wala pa sa kahit saan Google Classroom? Please type your email right now para ma-update ko yung database. Sabi-sabi ko kayo bigyan ng Google Sheets, ng Google Classroom access for the analytical part. Sheets video. Add ko na pala recording, tapos kwentuhan na lang tayo. Yeah, recording.